these are women who have so many opportunities to date so many different people. There's so many people that they could date. They could date literally anybody, right? But really, for the most part, a lot of people, except of course for people who have, like higher moral standards, that kind of thing. But they don't care about that, And I was just, I didn't really understand. I was like, why do you think that I'm going to win? Why? That's kind of my thought about it. They seemed like they were just like all set themselves up to be like, you think you're so great. It's like, I am like almost 40, and because I was pretty close to 40 when I started, and you were like 20, 21, 22, 23, and why is it that you think that I'm going to win? I know I'm not going to. I at least know that you're going to create so much tension and such an easier option. So really, and I mean the word easier, and I don't mean it in like a sort of this old and classic sense of like, a girl who's easy, that kind of thing. It's just so much easier to deal with. The conglomerate and everything's not gonna, they're gonna be fine with it, and it's just easier, professionally, socially easier to deal with someone who is where you're at in terms of like the business things you're doing and all that stuff, and politically, than someone who is not like that, and also isn't nearly as good looking. I understood that. I always knew that. So when they get all huffed up about it, these girls, and they do all these ads and do all this stuff and write all these songs and do all these movies to try to get attention from these guys, as if they think that there's a chance that they could lose, I have never really understood that. As far as Robert Pattinson is concerned, I have not pursued him. He's tried to make me get interest in me and going out with him, and he spent a couple months doing that this year, and I said no. So that's not really an issue as far as I'm concerned. But there are wounds from past, just from the way I was treated about some women in particular, one person in particular, that make me still have the power to make me angry. A lot of it is it's not as acute as it used to be. I try to be understanding, of whatever it is. But there are some people who really can still make me very, very angry because I've been so abused, about those people in particular. So I may be going through that this afternoon. I may be going through that for a while. It's not a reason, for other people who are observing this to start really treating her disrespectfully or being horrible about her or whatever it is. Like I'm just going through what I'm going through because right now I can't take anymore. I can't take any more of this person. Seems to always be, whatever it is that's around her in terms of anything that's even tangential to my life at all. She just is always mixed up in the most selfish, unconcerned for other people. It's always that with her for some reason. She is always involved in something bad, and that's hard for me. When I'm trying so hard to do the right thing all the time, and I'm barely surviving. I'm almost like not even surviving my own life. So she has the power to make me that angry. But those are my feelings. It's how I feel about it, and there's no reason that other people should start, being disrespectful to her or threatening her. She does the same thing over and over again. It's always the same with her, always. And it's not good. But like I said, for me, it makes me particularly angry. But there's no reason other people should, go out of their way, be horrible to her.